Okay, here we are entering the side entrance of 7 Cannonade Boulevard. And you enter into the bonus room or game room. It has plenty of shelving on both sides. It's built-in shelving. And the bottles were left at the top shelf just to let potential buyers know that that is a shelf up there. So if you collect antique bottles or whatever else it is you may collect, there's storage for that up there for display. Or maybe you have kids with trophies. You can have a his and her side too, for trophies on this side of the wall for the boy and trophies on the other side for the girl. Or it can be used for bookshelves or just to store games or just plain additional storage. This door to the left is the office, and this door here is the utility room, which has shelving in it. Those will be shown in a later video. This is a bullet display of the bullets that were found here in Spanish Fort during the Battle of Spanish Fort 1865. This house does sit on Fort McDermott, which was the last major battle of the Civil War back in April of 1865. This used to be a carport that was enclosed. And this is new carpet in here. Okay, now we're entering the kitchen area, and it's new tile floor here. And new countertops. Natural gas 5-burner range. A GE profile oven, which is also convection. Cast iron porcelain enamel sink. Dishwasher by Whirlpool. Have countertop on this side as well. And also a TV here to watch TV, but this also can serve as monitoring the high definition security camera system as well. This also has under the counter lighting here. It's got a General Electric microwave, which is relatively new. It also contains a surface light. That's a toaster oven under the counter can opener. The sink here has a gooseneck that's also expandable as a sprayer too. This sink has its own independent water heater that services this, since the tankless water heater is on the other side of the house, so hot water can get to this much quicker with the 2.5 gallon service water heater for this. However, if that water heater was to have a hiccup or whatever, or you needed more demand out of this faucet, there's a ball valve that does connect this sink to the tankless water heater system that can be opened. And we're getting close to the pantry here. This also has LED lighting and plenty of shelving to hold most everything you probably need to cook with. You probably heard that fan come on too. The fan is an entire kitchen exhaust fan. It's a pretty strong one too. It's not that loud. It may sound loud in the video, but this does a sufficient job of removing heavy smoke from the kitchen. And that's something you would probably want if you got into some heavy cooking, something got burned on the stove or whatever. But that's what that does there. And the pantry light activates that, so you don't need your pantry light on all the time. And also LED lighting in the kitchen. And this is the beautiful picture window. I'll turn the lights out so you can see better through it. Probably see the reflection of the TV in the background. Very picturesque view coming through. And of course there's no birds and squirrels out there now. I was out there earlier taking some pictures of the front and ran them off. But usually you could sit here at your kitchen table here and watch the birds and squirrels dine around the barrel there. The two junipers at the end of the driveway remind me of a bonsai tree. They look just like bonsais. And they're probably fairly old too. I would say they're probably 40 years old, maybe older. That's one good thing about this lot here. It has so much character with the old growth. You just don't see that anymore. Some of these trees are probably over 100 years old. Okay, moving on along. We're entering the foyer here. And to the left is the front door. Got a pretty glass oval window to allow some light to come through, but also provides privacy from this side. And there's the hall closet. It also has LED lighting. And we'll move on into the living room. This is a nice spacious living room. It's got a pretty good open feel to it, especially with the picture window and the double windows going out to the deck. And it's also wired for the high definition security camera system here. This is walking back toward the driveway. The picture window here is 6 foot by 6 foot. It's pretty large. It's 1/4 inch tempered glass. And the LED flame bulb in the fixture out there is bright enough to where it can even be seen during the daytime. It does a fantastic job of lighting up the walkway at night. It's very pretty day or night. And of course, we're facing back toward the kitchen here. Okay, moving on along through the house. We'll enter the hallway headed toward the bedrooms. We'll activate the light here in the hall. And this is storage as well. Hall cabinet, a hall closet. And this is considered the guest bedroom, but could be considered a master. The back window there does open up to the deck. And this is the hall bathroom. You'll probably notice a fan kick on when I walk in here. It just kicked on. It's motion activated, so you never have to activate a specific switch to get the fan to turn on. It will turn on by motion activation, and it'll also turn on if the humidity here reaches a certain level. It's kind of cool because you'll never have to fool with a switch to get that to happen. Also, the lighting in here is also LED. And the sink here is porcelain enamel, been refinished. Those are new faucets. The tub has been refinished as well, a new faucet. And we got the classic retro original wall heater with the house, which has been used for, at this time, for disinfectant rocks, which does a very good job of keeping odors out of the bathroom. But it can also be used as a magazine rack and even used back again as a gas heater because the connections are still there for it. Retro bathrooms have made a strong comeback in the last few years. That particular wall heater there is worth quite a bit of money. These are new tile floors. They were laid a few months ago. They're ceramic. And you'll notice here, this is a monitor system that monitors the temperature and humidity in 4 locations. It monitors it in the crawl space, the attic, outdoors, and indoors. And here in the South, this is a very important thing that most houses don't have. You really need to know what the humidity level and temperature level is, especially in the crawl space and in the attic. And here you can see that it's very sufficient. The attic has 68% humidity and 75 degrees. Indoors it's 70. And 68% humidity in the crawl space, which is phenomenal. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It's indoor 68% and 71% in the crawl space, which is outstandingly good. Okay. Let's see if I can cut the lights off to the here so you can see. Maybe it'll show up, maybe not. The homeowner had installed, not sure if it can be seen or not, maybe too much light. Yeah, it's probably going to be too much light. Maybe you can see a little bit of a blue hue coming through the register there. This is the intake for the air conditioner. There is a UV light behind there. And what this UV light does is kill any mold, bacteria, fungus, any type of germ back there. The UV light will destroy it. And it also acts like a hall light at night, like a little night light. And there's 3 of these UV lights in the system. There's 1 here at the register and 2 in the attic where the evaporator coil is. And this bulb sits on both sides of the evaporator coil. They don't have to be replaced once a year. They're relatively inexpensive to replace. It's easy to do. And they can be bought off Amazon. Okay, moving into which is now the temporarily still being used by the girl who lives here. This is the end of the house. It's got a nice large window open up to the front yard. Nice closet doors along with the shelf above to store their collectibles. And this is the view from to the side of the house, far end. Okay, moving on along, moving into what has now been used as the master bedroom. It's fairly decent size. Also has connections there for the high definition security system as well. So if you hear a bump in the night, you can always turn your TV on to see what it is. I think primarily what the homeowner here used it for was to see when the packages were delivered and to watch the kid catch the bus and come off the bus. You can explode those screens out larger than what they are, and you can also zoom into it. It's a high definition camera system. Incidentally, Spanish Fort is considered one of the lowest crime areas in the area. Okay, moving into the master bath. And there again, LED lighting for the vanity. Also is additional lighting LED. There's sufficient lighting in the bathroom too. A lot of good lighting in here. And moving into the laundry room. It's a nice laundry room. Got countertop space to fold the clothes and store all your cleaning supplies for the laundry. LED lighting above. This window there, by the way, opens up to the deck kitchen, the second kitchen this house has. And this doorway here leads to the deck. And it does have a pet door. It's been blocked off. This, you can unblock it or block it in, whichever way you need it to be. And the cool thing about this restroom here is the fact that it does have an exterior insulated door, which is unusual. But what's so good about it is you can do your laundry in here, and you can't hear the machines running while you're in the bedroom. So another good thing too, this can be locked on either side. So where if you have a big party and you have guests that come in, you can lock it from inside the bedroom. And so guests can come in through here to use the restroom, but they can't get into the bedroom. That was a pretty smart idea the homeowner came up with. And we do have smoke detectors, and here they do communicate with one another. So if one goes off in the office, it will alarm this one here. And there is got the light turned off in here, but that is the door that opens up to the attic. So there is some storage up there as well. This house has an enormous amount of storage. It's well over 2,000 square feet of storage. You could probably move 3 families into this home. So there you have it. This is a well updated, fully refurbished home with many smart features that you won't even see in many of the new homes that are being built. Just beautiful. This is definitely a place you would want to call home. And best of all, it's in a very good neighborhood with very good schools and very convenient to Mobile. This house is far enough into the neighborhood to be away from the main road, but not so far away where it takes forever to get out of it. It's what I would consider perfectly positioned as far as the neighborhood's concerned. So if you'd like to come view this property, there's many things I'm sure was left out of this. There's no way to really go over all the amenities this house has in a video. And it's also hard to explain and really show through video and pictures just how pretty the place is. So please take the time to come view this property. I think you'd be quite impressed with all the features and amenities this place has to offer. And thanks for taking the time to watch this video too.